So I'm in my car, it's raining, and I'm thinking about Switch that just passed, or he died from suicide. I very much do this. May he rest in peace. May his soul rest in peace. You never know what somebody's going through. You never know with the big smiles and the big personalities what someone is experiencing mentally. You know, it's a shame, you know. And I'll share my personal story. I've never ever thought about committing suicide, but I had a family member that was going to commit suicide, and she had a son. And the first thing came to my mind was, your child. How can you do that? And you got children, and you know, how do you be so selfish? And I talked to another one of my family members, and they made a thing. She like, I've been depressed before. And she said, I was in deep depression. She said, I love my babies, but when you're in that type of depression, you do not care anything about that. You love your children, but you don't care about it. You just want to leave this world. And I'm like, wow, because I've never been that depressed. So, you know, if you haven't experienced it, you just can't speak on what someone will or will not do. Now, where I do also, because it's 50-50 with anything, you never know. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist or anything, but just sometimes you may have to look a little bit closer at home with that situation, that story. Something is off to me. That man, like, he really loved his children. I had put a clip up of him bringing his children on the Ellen show when he hosted one night, one daytime, because it was a daytime show. And you know, I just have a hard thing to grip with a man leaving his babies, even if with a mental health situation. Did he probably have mental health issues? Yes. But is somebody probably using that against him to cover up something else? Possibly. Everything I'm saying is allegedly. But just you know, I never put anything past anybody. You know, healthy insurance policies are very appetizing to the eye and very appealing. You know, maybe a new lover, maybe you're tired of the relationship. I'm just throwing out different things. And once again, I'm not trying to have a conspiracy theory, but you never know, because that man really gave the essence and the aura that he really loved his children. And even if he was dealing with something mentally, I think that he would get counseling before he would go to that state of doing what, you know, has allegedly have been the reason of his early death, because he was only 40 years old, you know. So that's all I have to say. May he rest in peace, Twitch. I remember him more of dancing, the dancing competition. That was before streaming services. So I love So You Think You Can Dance. I can't dance worth a leg, but I definitely enjoyed that show. And that's where I first got a chance to really get into him. He was a runner-up. I remember that. You know, I'm not a big Ellen fan. I never really watched Ellen. Every blue moon if I see something online. But yes, he was a great dancer. And may he rest in peace. May his children, you know, God bless them. God bless his wife. I'm sorry, you know, I'm just saying. And I can't think of the other case where that man, that African man that loved his old YT wife, girlfriend or whatever, and we hearing all these tapes of how she was just still calling him nigga, and you know, and was really abusive to him, and she shot and killed him. You know, like I said, I never put anything past anyone, and I have plenty of stories of where I have been victims of circumstances of where I was like, damn, you really did that shit to me, and we cool, we're friends, we love each other, we're in a relationship, you're my boyfriend, I've had that type of relationship where people would do you so fucking dirty, and they would lay right next to you and smile in your face, make love to you, all kind of shit, and will not give no fucks about you. So, yeah, that's just my take on that. May he rest in peace. If you're dealing with something as far as mental health or suicide thoughts, I don't know any numbers. I'm sorry for laughing, but I don't. But please, mental health is real. I had an experience where I really was dealing with some depression, and I didn't even really know it until after I got better. And I'm like, damn, you was really fucking depressed, you know. But I'm strong, so I didn't take me to the level of thinking of harming myself. But I was definitely in a funk for a few months. You know, someone really broke my heart, and I was deeply in a funk, and I didn't realize how deep of a funk I was until I slowly but surely got out of it, and I healed. And sometimes with certain situations, only time will heal those wounds, and that's what happened. And I look back, I'm like, oh my goodness, you was depressed. I was really depressed. So, you know, if he died because of mental health, that's unfortunate. I'm sorry he didn't get the help that he needed, that he left his babies, but may his soul rest in peace. I know it's a lot of people that's religious and say he's going to hell, you know, until you've been there and came back and told us different. We don't know if it's a hell or not, but may his soul rest in peace. And if allegedly, as I feel, that maybe his spouse may have something to do with it, may it come out quickly, and may she go to jail. And I'm sorry that will have to destroy the rest of her family dynamics with her children and leave her children alone. But if that is the situation, may justice be served. That's it. Peace. Be safe. It's the